Hi everyone, this is CA Hardik Thakkar, and in this video we are going to understand a very important and interesting subject, taxation. As we begin studying taxation, let us first start by understanding what is the meaning of the word tax. Friends, tax is a mandatory payment that we make to the government on two things. First is earning of income and second is consumption of goods and services. Okay, so these are the 2 points of taxation. When a person earns the income, that person has to pay the tax, and when the person consumes that money for buying goods or services, that is also when the person needs to pay the tax. Okay, it is a major source of revenue for the government. All the infrastructure facilities and a lot of facilities that are enjoyed by the citizens of the country, government makes all those facilities and makes all those facilities available by using the taxpayers' money. It is both social and moral obligation for a citizen to be paying the taxes. And let us understand the two type of taxes based on what is the incidence of paying the tax. Okay, so the two type of taxes are direct tax and indirect tax. Now, as the name rightly suggests, direct tax means the tax that is levied by the government on the income of a person. That is, when you earn the income from any of the sources, which we will understand in detail, that is when you pay direct tax. Okay, and when you pay tax on the consumption of goods and services, that is the meaning of indirect tax. Okay. Friends, direct tax is a progressive tax. What is the meaning of progressive tax? It means that the tax rate will be lower when your income is lower. When your income increases, the tax rate increases in exact proportion to that. So more your income, higher will be the taxes, and lower your income, lower will be the taxes. That is what is the meaning of progressive system of tax. And indirect tax, on the other hand, is a regressive form of taxation. Why it is called regressive? Because, example, GST, if a particular product has a GST rate of 18%, no matter which person buys that product, GST rate is going to be 18%. So even if a middle class or a below middle class person buys that product, he is still going to pay 18% GST, and even if the richest or a filthy rich person buys that same product or services, even that person has to pay 18% GST. So basically the burden of indirect tax falls more on the poor person, and that is what makes it regressive in nature. Okay. In case of a direct tax, the person who is earning the income and person who pay tax to the government are the same person. It means that if I am earning salary income, on that salary income, whatever tax is due, I will pay that tax to the government. But in case of an indirect tax, the burden of paying tax is shifted to the third person. It means I will pay indirect tax to the vendor or the vendor of goods and services, and that vendor will in turn pay the indirect tax to the government. So the burden of paying tax is shifted, which is what is the feature of indirect tax. Okay, the best example of direct tax is the income tax, and the example of indirect taxes is GST. Earlier there used to be many indirect taxes like excise, VAT, service tax and all those things, but now all of these are subsumed and merged into one single taxation, which is GST. Okay, more about that in the coming videos. Okay, so here in this video we are going to focus on the basic concept of income tax, that is direct tax. Okay, now someone might have a question that, sir, how can government levy tax on us? What gave government the right to levy the tax and collect it from us? For that, you need to understand and refer the constitution of the country. Okay, constitution as it is written in articles. Article 265 of the constitution says that no government shall levy the tax on the citizen of the country except under the authority of law. It means if government has power to levy taxes on the citizen given in the constitution of the country, only then taxes can be levied. Drawing powers from that, friends, we will understand three type of list that can exist under constitution. First is the union list. What is the meaning of union list? All the items mentioned in the union list of constitution, only central government is empowered to make laws and regulations on that. Second is the state list, which means only state government will levy taxes on the items mentioned under state list. And the last is concurrent list. It means that both central and state government in conjunction and in consultation with each other will make laws on these particular matters. That is a concurrent list. Now you would ask that, sir, where is the income tax situated? So under entry number 82 of the union list, central government gets the power to levy direct income tax on the citizen and resident of the country. So entry number 82 is the source of the power of central government because it is mentioned in the union list of the constitution. Taking powers from that, in the year 1961, Income Tax Act was introduced in India, which was made applicable to the first time in the year 1962 on 1st of April. Okay, so this is about the historical background and the introduction of Income Tax Act 1961. What are the related legislations and what is the applicability of this particular act? We will cover that in the next video. Hope this is very clear to everyone, and I will meet you very shortly in the next video. Thank you.